Hi, Douglas Simonson here, coming to you from Mexico with a painting demonstration. Today I'm going to be painting a male nude featuring my model, Enrique. I have been drawing and painting the male nude as my primary subject matter for about 45 years now. I started out in Hawaii, photographing my friends and boyfriends and producing drawings and paintings of them. Since then, I have worked with hundreds of young men who have modeled for me in Hawaii, California, France, the Caribbean, Brazil, and now in Mexico. And one of the best young models I've worked with since I moved here to Mexico is Enrique, who modeled for me in 2018. I have a lot of great material of Enrique. And by the way, if you go to my website, there are a lot of galleries and a lot of art, but there's also something I call the Simonson store, where you can buy my books and my ebooks. And there's an ebook, a full ebook I've done from the photo shoot with Enrique, and you can find that there. This is the image I'm going to be working from today. And this is the Photoshop tweak, which helps me paint. This is a tweak that I do in Photoshop, which makes the image just a lot easier to work from. And if you want to know more about how I create that, how I do that tweak, there is a video on this channel called Using Photoshop to Make Your Photos Easier to Paint From. And I'll put a link to that in the description below. Anyway, this is the photograph I'm going to work from, and the time-lapse video you're going to see today is going to show you the whole process of creating the painting from beginning to end, from the sketch onto the canvas with pencil, to covering the canvas with an acrylic wash, to mixing the colors and starting to apply them. You're going to see the whole thing from beginning to end. What took me several days in the studio, you're going to see in about 6 minutes, give or take. If you're interested in how I paint the male nude, this video should give you some insights. And at the very least, I think you'll find it entertaining. Okay, if you're ready, let's go into the studio and paint. And there is the finished painting. I call it Enrique Relajado, which means Enrique relaxed. You'll probably see it popping up in an exhibition on my website sometime soon. There are a lot of galleries, and each one shows a different side of my art. And each of those galleries has a different exhibition going up every couple of weeks. My staff is busy every day going through my art, and we're talking 45 years of artworks that reflect a lot of the cultural shifts and changes that have gone on since 1980. They're choosing works, they're putting together exhibitions so that every time you go back to my site, you're going to see something you haven't seen before. And not just legacy, not just history, but new works too, because I continue to experiment, expand, grow, and push myself as an artist. So yes, visit my site at DouglasSimonson.com. There's a lot to see, and it's always changing. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this painting come together. Please subscribe if you haven't already. That inspires me to do more videos. And if you got a little inspired watching me paint today, great. Put on your painting pants and go paint. Magic could happen.